Hello everybody, this is Ninja Rebel U here, and I'm in completely the wrong place. So let me get over to the monument. You can tell this isn't an episode where I actually try and demonstrate tricks for speedrunning, mostly because of the speed my character's currently moving. You can tell I'm not playing this completely legitimately. This video is going to be on the second of the two challenges I have set players, which is who can get the closest. Let's just pretend I didn't just phase through the bottom of that ambulance. Who can get the closest to the imagination brick on the monument? And this is going to be discussing, well, basically tips, tricks, and ideas I have. So, basically, I like to think of these particular challenges as being somewhat a set of, basically just discovery, and people just finding out new places you can get and new tricks to get you to new places. So I'm going to go through the monument relatively systematically and try and say basically how you can get where. So by my rules, I suppose technically you can come back this way, but no. Basically, this is out of bounds because you've got the build restriction on certain servers, or the restriction of having to build together on certain servers. That was bad, but fortunately, unlike my previous video, I can use a jetpack on myself for this. Yeah, I want to link it just to speed up recording times. It's a hover jetpack, which is actually, at the time when I was giving this character all the stuff I thought I'd need for moderating, or just mucking around, thought that the hover jetpack would be better. It really isn't. Okay, anyway, mocking the hover jetpack aside, so where is it possible to get? So this stage is the first real decision we come to about what we might possibly do, where we might possibly go from here. We can't really make any parkour back there. We can get up onto there, but okay, that doesn't really open up much of a new route. We can't possibly make it up onto here, and we can't go through there by the rules. Actually, maybe we can make it up onto there. I don't know. And having set my character's speed up, this might be a little inaccurate. But no, I don't think any of this is climbable. I was wondering if that square might be, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, so then... Okay, so then it's possible to make it up to here. So far we haven't really made any decisions, because so far it's the only possible route that the rules allow. Okay, we can go down there, but going down there doesn't really have any benefits. It might be possible. Maybe someone will manage it, but I don't think so. That looks too steep. I was thinking it might be possible to parkour across there, but I don't think it is. So far we're still on sort of, you don't have much of a choice. I've shown in my previous video about speedrunning, I've demonstrated how you can jump on it as long as you remain directly in the middle. It's going to be awkward to show a jetpack. As long as you remain directly in the middle, you can walk up, or walk and jump, yeah. Woo. Yeah, you can walk up and jump along that ridge. This is why I've given myself a jetpack for this video, just so that you don't have to put up with me mucking up jumps. Okay, so the standard speedrunning route at this stage is to hop up onto here, and I'm going to use this standard speedrunning route because what I find the most valuable in trying to get new places is just height in general. Oh, don't fall. Jetpack's back on. Yeah, so, and if you can do the complete speedrunning route, just get me up, I'm sure this doesn't make for a good video watching. Okay, yeah, if you can make the full speedrunning route, you can get onto here, get up, get around, and you can get up here. So you've got some decent amount of height. Should state it's possible I've done it before to run along the arm and get into this little section here. So I can show it's possible to stand there and you can make the jump around the edge of the hands to get in here. Woo. And from here, I can't remember, but I think it's from there that it's possible to make this jump. I know it's possible in this jump, I just can't remember how. It might be from the top hand, because of course, once you're up here, you can just do a running jump and try and get somewhere around here. This isn't the hardest place to get to, partially because I'm pretty certain, because you can just get it from being down on the ground here, jumping up onto here, and you can from there make the jump onto here. And so this is sort of the most obvious, closest place to get to the Imagination Brick. And in general, I don't want this Get to the Imagination Brick challenge to be specifically about getting to the Imagination Brick. That feels to me sort of boring, because the closest spot to the Imagination Brick, and whilst I want people to work on this challenge as much as possible, the closest standable spot to the Imagination Brick is positioning yourself perfectly right on top of there. And so, in theory, all the speed running would just be trying to get on top of there. Before you start trying, I'm almost 100% certain it's not possible to make the jump from here to there, although I haven't actually tried standing on top of one of those bits. However, it is possible to make that jump from here. The only challenge is getting there, which is quite difficult. So this video, I'm basically just going to be going over the places I've found you can get to so far. So yeah, most obviously, you can get up to here, which basically means you can get... No, I'm trying to hit space again. I did hit space again, I promise. Okay, yeah, and once you get up to there, you unlock like most of this map to being areas you can parkour. From there, you can get onto this arm, and you can get onto any of the area beneath it. But also, once you're up and around here, you've got this little bit here, which doesn't help you with getting up onto this guy, but it does get you, it does open up the entire green section for you. Which potentially has some quite useful ramifications. So, not 100% certain if that jumps. This jump I don't think is possible, but it is possible to jump from here onto there, up to there, and from there that's a somewhat useful way of recovering yourself if you fall off. From there, it's possible to jump up onto the orange thing. So yeah, you can make it. This entire area gets opened up. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I suspect it's possible to. Yeah, okay, it's definitely possible to make it up onto here. I'm pretty certain. But so the question is, what other areas can we get to? So the things I've been looking at recently with this are, ideally we'd want to get up here. However, I don't think that's possible. Maybe someone will discover a glitch or a trick that makes it possible, similar to the walking on the ridge thing I've demonstrated down below, but I'm not convinced this is. See, I don't think it was designed to be impossible to get up here, because that would imply, because if the developers were thinking about tricks for people parkouring up places, they wouldn't have allowed some of the other tricks we've had. So I don't think they've intentionally thought about it, but it's really difficult to get that much height. So yeah, at the moment, the other two tricks I want to sort of discuss in this video are, it is possible quite easily to make the running jump from here onto here. I suspect that part is standable. I don't know if getting there has any use to it whatsoever. From here, it is possible to jump onto this tiny ledge here. However, I haven't worked out. I fall off of it 90% of the time, and I haven't worked out what determines whether or not you fall off of it. But yeah, so here, something I find quite useful generally is looking at when this is flat. Okay, that was an incident of momentum taking me off, but in general I found that flat areas, it's pretty possible to stand on them most of the time. And yes, so at the moment, my challenge is if anyone can work out precisely what determines whether or not you can walk along here, then if it's possible to get along here somehow, then it's possible to get from here. It's possible to get from here onto here. It's possible to get from there along. If it's possible to get from here along there, then you can get to there. Then you can get to there to the imagination brick, and you can jump. And I don't think you get high enough for the imagination brick. However, it's really close. And like, if anyone can, and so for my suggested method, that's the bit we're lacking. We're lacking a way to get from here or here or here to there, and I haven't come up with a way of doing that yet. So this is where it's open to you, but it's not just open to you to get there. Are there other cool places you can manage to get from here? Can you maybe get out of bounds? See if you can make some clever out of bounds jump. I doubt it's possible. I suspect people would have discovered it in the game if it were possible, but you never know. How high up can you get? Can you, for instance, find a way of making it to the top of this? I don't think you can, but yeah, I'm just really interested to see what places you can get to. Can you get to a difficult place? Can you find a cool trick which maybe unlocks a little bit more of the monument? The point of this challenge is to see how much of the monument, when we all work together as a community, how much of the monument, even areas which should be inaccessible, can we get to? And potentially, if people find cool glitches and tricks, that may open up some new routes for the speedrunners. I don't know, but yeah, this is what I'm putting out to you as a challenge. Can you get closer to the imagination brick than simply standing on that platform, as close to the imagination brick as you can get? Okay, this has been NinjaValue here. I noticed my last video, well, for starters, I had a problem with shortcuts where it seemed to lose like half my video when I was compiling it. So yeah, I didn't even have the end of my video on there. But let's face it, I don't think anyone actually cares. And I know, and you all know what I'm going to say. So yeah, if you really wanted to hear me at the end of the last video saying, if you're new to this channel, please leave a like and subscribe to all of the developers. Links below in the description. Then there you are. I've just said it for you now. I'm sure people are used to that by that point. Used to that by this point, and so they know I'm going to say it, and they will have, if they've wanted to, already subscribed to the developers. But anyway, this has been NinjaValue here. Thank you very much for watching this video. As I said before, like and subscribe to the developers. Links in the description. You know the drill. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm out. Okay, so that video, that was going to be the end of that. However, I just, out of interest, decided, you know, I theorised it might be possible to kind of jump from here to here. And so I tried it out, and yeah, it is possible. I didn't make it, but I did my sort of standard trick of seeing whether or not a jump is possible, which is, can I, even if my momentum's all mucked up, can I get the character above the spot? And it is just about possible standing on top of this. Probably it's quite difficult to stand on top of that as it is, but you would have seen there for like a split second before I fell off. The circle underneath him, his shadow, was pretty much flat, which is a nice way of showing that it's possible to stand on a particular spot. No, let me land. Thank you. So yeah, it seems that it's possible to do that, and so it seems it's possible to get up there. However, so that may put an end to the imagination brick challenge, but I hope it doesn't, because it may be possible. Maybe we can make it to the hand. If we can make it to the hand, we can make it to the brick. So I don't hope this doesn't put an end to that challenge. And in general, even if you can't make it directly to the brick, any closer than standing on top of there, the challenge still goes out to you all. to see if you can come up with any new areas, new tricks on this moment, because I know I've had a lot of fun just trying to come up with new places you can get to, and yeah, it was just mucking about that led me to that one. So yeah, I just continue to look forward, even if this is as close as you can get. I continue to look forward to see what people come up with, and I throw out the second challenge of, can anyone actually make that jump, and record a video of themselves doing it? Because like I doubt I could make that jump. Like, it's possible, but I doubt I could make that jump on a good day, and certainly not whilst recording. So yeah. Anyway, sorry for coming back from the end of what you thought was the end of the video to say this, but yeah, that jump is possible, but it's extremely difficult. So I look forward to seeing if anybody can actually manage to do it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye for a second time.